Hi everyone, it's Ryan from Drop Off Aquatics. Going to be bringing another video today, and it's all about setting up a Jewel aquarium. So today we've decided to set up the Trigon 190. This is the black corner tank here, but I thought I'd just quickly show you the other two tanks. I'm having to voice over this because I filmed this footage on Sunday and it is extremely busy, and so yeah, I thought it'd be best just to mute all of the footage and do a voiceover. So this aquarium is ultimately going to be the beginner's aquascape. It's going to be a mixture of rock and wood, and it's going to be really easy to care for plants, mainly epiphyte plants, which mean that they don't need to be buried into the substrate. So therefore we've opted for just a sand substrate in this aquarium. Because of the plant choice, we're only going to be using liquid CO2 and the aquascape fertilizer and not injecting CO2. So the sand that we've used on this aquarium is by Unipack. It's classed as the silver sand. It's quite nice because it's got little black flecks in it, so it's not all one color. I know it looks all one color on the clip, but it's a little bit more natural looking. I can't open with my left hand, 1 second. Okay, there we go. So lid's off. Take the lid off the actual filter housing. I thought I'd just show you what comes with the Jewel aquariums when you first buy them. Comes with a little pump, sits in the back there, and that circulates the water around, pulls the water through into all of the filtration. It mainly comes with mechanical filtration, a lot of just various sponges. We do recommend just mixing that up a little bit, taking a couple of sponges out, and add in some biological. Now they do a filter called a Syrax, which is for biological, but there's also something called biohome media. I'll show you now. So we always put the biohome media in this little mesh bag. It just makes it a whole lot easier to maintain and clean. Just dunk in the bucket of water that you take out from the aquarium when you're doing your maintenance, your water change. And yeah, biohome is by far one of the best sintered glass medias that we use. So Kelly's chosen this single piece of azalea root as the main focal point of the scape. It's a really quite a large piece. It takes up most of the aquarium, the footprint of the aquarium, but it looks really impressive. What she's doing there is just using a pipe cutter. It works, and so the pipe cutter, we're just taking off those little pieces that are just a bit too long, because we don't want any of the wood touching the glass. We want to be able to maintain and keep the glass clean at all times. So we're taking all those little extra bits off. Voila, just like that, you can see that none of those pieces now are touching the glass. All of the wood is in the center of the aquarium, all around, so we can clean that no problem at all. Those little bits will float at first, but once they become saturated and they sink, we'll probably dot them around the front of the aquarium. Onto the rock. So we used the lava rock, the black lava rock, as you can see. It's really quite lightweight, it's easy to work with, it's pretty inert, so it's not going to affect the pH at all, which is fantastic. And it's going to contrast lovely with the azalea root colour and the sand, the lighter sand. Plus the tank is black cabinet, black pelmet, so it should look really nice once it's all done and set up. Now the hardscape, you really want to make sure you've got plenty of it in your aquarium. We find so many people don't put enough hardscape in, and that's where sometimes the tank just lacks a little bit of oomph. It lacks a bit of pizzazz, and so we always recommend trying to get the height with the wood or trying to get the height with the rock. You don't want the scape to be flat. Well, unless you want to go for that, unless you want to go for like a Nuragumi style. But yeah, try and get a piece of wood that's really good size. Don't go for a small piece. To elaborate more on what I've just said, so you can see now that we've turned the lights on and we're starting to fill the aquarium up, and you can see how big this piece of azalea root is in this tank in the centre. It's really quite a big piece. Now, what we find a lot of customers tend to do with this first aquarium, when they're first going for the aquascape, they tend to get a piece that would be a third of the size, and it just lacks that height, it just lacks that oomph that the aquarium really needs. So I thought I'd do a little bit of B-roll just to show you guys how we fill the aquarium up. It's a really simple system. We've got 2,000 litres of mixed dechlorinated tap water, and then we add some GH buffer just to add some minerals into it because our water is extremely low on the TDS, and then we just pump it in. Now, you don't want to fill up the aquarium too quickly, otherwise you're just going to stir up all that sand and the tank's going to go ridiculously cloudy, which will take days and days and days to clear. We have pre-washed the sand just using tap water before it went in, but still, take your time. So another quick look at how the Scape looks at this moment in time. Of course, it's nowhere near finished yet. There's going to potentially be more rock added. There's obviously plants to be added, and who knows what else. So this is a quick view from the left hand side of the tank, showing you what the Scape will look like. And then a slightly higher angle. Now you can see the jug floating around on the right hand side there. That is what we used to, at first, add the water into. So it didn't just smash the sand up like crazy. At this point, you can remove the jug. You can just let the water cascade down into the aquarium. As I say, it's a busy Sunday, so we just left it filling up with the jug inside. There's no real reason for the jug to be in there now. And there we have it. So the aquarium is completely filled with water, dechlorinated tap water. It's all good to go. It's got minerals in it. And we've just started to add some plants. So these plants in the back are Java fern, really nice size. As you can see, we've added a few more pieces of lava rock, and we've moved a couple of pieces around just to make the Scape look even better. Well, hopefully better in our opinion. And then we've added some of these Anubias Folia. So this is the Anubias Folia. We really like the texture of the leaves. It's an extremely easy plant to look after. We'll be adding a little bit of liquid CO2 into this aquarium, and we'll be using the aquascape fertilizer in this aquarium just to keep all the plants nice and healthy. There's the Java fern in the background, so I'll pan out now and just show you the full tank, how it looks. And yeah, we're pretty happy at this stage with how the aquarium looks. Of course, we'll keep a little eye on it. We might add a couple of pieces of lava rock here and there if we need to just enhance the Scape. You can always enhance your Scape at any time. Just because you think that you're finished, you can always add little bits here and there. But for today, we're pretty happy with how it is. So this is part one. I'm going to let it all clear up. Only take a couple of days and a couple of big water changes, and I'll show you once it's all finished, ready for fish.